Now updated the calendar feature to be disabled. So once a landowner will click on save and go through this workflow onto calendar, I've basically disabled this calendar from appearing whatsoever, and this message appears saying this feature is currently disabled, your listing has been saved. If your listing is not available on the website, contact College Housing Life for more details. And that's basically it. As long as the user went through these steps and filled out all of the information, their listing should now be saved, um, at least within their own profile. So if they go to My Listings, the 304 West Main Street test is now here. It shows a little bit of details about the price. There's no reviews yet, but you do see here that it's waiting for approval. That means that um, the College Housing Life admin has the ability to approve or disable or delete or edit the listing itself. So, just to prove that this is the case, we can go over to the website, College Housing Life, and we can search for 3-bedroom places, because that's what we essentially have created here. And as you'll see, there's 0 results. Now, if you want to approve a listing that has been made to the site, you'll go over to the left and you will scroll down to Listings. You can click on Listings here, and you will see this pending 304 West Main Street test. Now, in order to publish this and have it appear on the website, you're going to want to either click on the listing itself or click on Edit. Either one should work. And on the right over here, it has this status of pending review. Now, it is essentially a feature here that we're looking at, which allows us to make sure all of the information that they've entered is correct. Like, is it really a 3-unit bedroom? Is bedroom spelled correctly? Is it 3-bath? Is this the right contact info? Is there anything here we don't like, that's listed here? That way we can just be sure every time that we're reviewing something that nobody's posting anything that they shouldn't be. And as long as everything looks good, you don't have to worry about this guest number. It's not used. It's just there for this template here, but it's not used. Don't worry, this isn't relevant. But you can still edit everything here. Like maybe this isn't Jefferson County, maybe it's Walworth. It doesn't really matter though, as long as that pin was set correctly and the address is actually correct. You can also do a little bit more fancy things. For example, if you wanted to add a link directly to where this listing is on, say, Google Maps, for example, you could go to 304 West Main Street in Whitewater. Click on Google Maps. And then you could do something like share. You can copy this link by clicking simply on copy link, copy to clipboard, go back to edit the listing. Then we can right click paste, and this will just paste the actual link. However, you can do a little bit more fancy things, such as click here to view a view on Google Maps. And instead of having this direct link pasted, because it's not very useful as a readable format, you can actually highlight this info here, and then click this insert/edit link button. See these chain links? That's what that button is here. And then you would paste that URL that Google gave us earlier, and apply. And now we have a hyperlink essentially that says click here to view on Google Maps that anybody will be able to see, and we can review that in the future. I'll show you what that looks like just in a minute. So after you review everything, make sure the property price is per day, per night. This doesn't matter. This is not how it actually appears, but you do want to make sure that this stays this way. The property price is actually displayed as per person, per room, per month. So this is property price. And keep in mind, this is all just viewable by you, the College Housing Life admin, not the actual property owner who is a user on your website. So there's a lot of irrelevant fields here that you're not necessarily going to be using, but if you ever wanted to change anything, you can. For example, if you know that it doesn't have an air conditioner, or it doesn't have a kitchen, or it does have central air, or whatever it is, you can actually make those changes and save them. Say you wanted the featured image to be different. Say this isn't the right picture, and they've sent you an email with all the photos and you know which featured image they would like to use. You can edit all this information for them, especially if they're having difficulty doing it themselves. So all of this information is pretty much edited here. Property media, that will be where all of the remaining images will be. And we will review this YouTube link in a moment. I'm going to go ahead and publish this test property. And just to kind of prove that again, we have this 3-bedroom here, and on the back end, we're on WP admin. We're going to go ahead and go to the right, and where it says pending review, we're going to say edit, and we could make it a draft if we wanted to. But if we want to actually publish this, we would go to publish. I'm going to click on publish. Wait for the circle to stop moving, the page refreshes, and now the status is published. So if we go back to collegehousing.life.com and simply refresh the page, we now see 304 West Main Street. So we can click on click on this property, and again we only have one image. Now we have this broken YouTube link, but before we go to there, let's review what we just did. So including a link to Google Maps. I personally think it's pretty useful to allow a hyperlink like this to exist. So what we've inserted and what every user will see is actually a link here, and now they can click here, view on Google Maps. And that will take them to the Google Maps view to make sure that, they know where it is. They can use Google Maps. Most people who use phones, I would say, at least half of them, use Google Maps. And they can see exactly where in relation to Whitewater University is or wherever. So anyway, going back to the actual listing itself, I inserted a bad link for our YouTube video. So what I'm going to do is go down to the, not the affiliate link, but the property media, and the YouTube ID will actually be everything after the watch V equals, and you just want that code, I believe. Let's see if that works. So we're going to go back up. We've made changes, and now there's this update button. We're going to click that. Wait for the circle to stop loading. Page will refresh. And now we're going to check back on our YouTube video by refreshing the page. Okay, great. So now it works. And if this was a property video, for example, they can now just go ahead and click on this. Again, the way that you get to this YouTube video, that code that we inserted into the video form YouTube, were all of those random characters from the College Housing Life website link for this specific video. So it's youtube.com/watch V equals D_, right? All these V equal and then D_. that's what you're looking for here. It's a little confusing. Unfortunately, there isn't a great way to fix it. You can also get this by clicking on that share link here. Click on that button, and then it's pretty much everything after the slash in this link. It's D_HOQ blah blah blah. That's exactly what it says up here, and that's all you need to know um, for editing this link for this YouTube video. So hopefully this is making sense. You can also go in on edit pretty much all of the all of the listing details you can edit from this menu or this page. So specific details, here's how how big this is in square feet, how many bedrooms there are, how many bathrooms, any other rules, cancellation policies, um, college year available. That's probably going to be a pretty big one. Um, we can kind of, in the next video, I'll probably show you how to add more years to this drop-down list once we get into the year 2027 to 28. But for now, we're covered for the next 4 calendar college years. And yeah, I guess that's mostly covers how to edit listings. And in case you wanted to remove a listing, you could actually click on Edit and then put this as pending review, and it will um, remove our test property from the page as well. So I'm going to switch it over to pending review and update. And I'm going to refresh this, and I'm actually not sure if this will stay here or not, but I'm going to refresh it and see if it still exists. It does still exist, so if a user has this direct link, they'll still be able to get to it. However, if they go and try to look for 3 bedrooms again, there will no longer be a result for that property. Hopefully that helps, and in the next video I am going to show you how to review how many listings a user or a property owner has access to publish.